everybody. Welcome to the show. Hi. Welcome to David's Kitchen. I've got the ghost cactus. It's growing everywhere. You can't really see it with all this light. A little bit of backlit here. Hey, while I do this, I'm gonna be making a quick video with this camera here. Hi, everybody. I'm David Sponheim. Good to see you. I don't really see you. I mean, I know you're watching, but greetings. We'll be doing something special today. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and make a quick video of something I finished today. I soaked the masks in, well, I'll start the video. Using older technology, mind you, this is about 7-year-old, 8-year-old technology. It still works, you know. And they're great because it takes AA batteries as opposed to little lithium ions, which could be a little bit more expensive. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start this. Okay, so we finished drying off the two masks. We have, well, I hit the button accidentally. Let's do that again. Okay, we are filming and checking these masks. This is a brand new mask, which I air dried and sun dried today. And it's ready to go back in the package. And then the other mask is completely dry as well, and that's the one I cleaned. And we did this because of the nanoworm issue. And I showed people how to do that, and I'll be adding that video to the final cut. But this is pretty much hermetically sealed back in the bag, and I did blow the bag out, so that it was thoroughly blown out. So if there's anything nanoworms in the bag, I think we're good. I don't think so. Yeah, so I'm just going to set it in the bag and let it kind of sit in the bag in the window. And the heat will finish off the straps, which I think are the worst. They're still a little wet, those straps are. All right, so that's it. Enjoy. Okay, so I just made 4 or 5 videos, which I'll then piece together on this little camera later. And it's not really high resolution. It's like 720p. But hey, you know, at least it gets the job done. It shows people how to soak it and everything. So I'm preparing even new masks if I haven't used one. That's what I did. And I restored the old one I had, which I think you can get more mileage out of them. But it's important to note that these masks are made out of a known cancer-causing agent. I mean, polyethylene, all kinds of things that are going into the mask, which are pretty dangerous. Anyway, thank you for coming in. This YouTube show is enormously popular. You'll see that the hits, I have like 24 hits. Yeah, they've turned one hit. Well, let's just say YouTube is giving me a very low number, okay? Yeah, I believe I've been censored for about 10 years. I do. I really do. And I think when we stopped broadcasting on the main site in September, you know, it was a smart move. But then they put a strike on me for that Payday Monsanto video we made back in 2009. And I was like, that's been out there. That had the most hits of all my hits. And they just put a strike on it, pulled it down, and then put a strike on my account. But I can still work with YouTube. It's just that it is problematic now. All right, let's see if we can open up some of the chat rooms here. Let's see if iVlog connects automatically. That would be nice if that worked. Nope. So I have to get in there manually. Meaning, yeah, this is kind of like the technology show. Well, it is the technology show. I'm going to go mic off for now, and I'm going to go silent on the camera. And you can look at my beautiful stew beef, which I picked up for an amazing $5.84 minus 30%. So yeah, about $4 for this meat, which is pretty good considering the cost of meat nowadays. Take a look at that meat for $4. While I go silent here, you can look at the meat. Okay, I'm back. Hey, welcome everybody. This is the David's Kitchen Show, which is hopefully a weekly thing. We missed last week because of the entire internet was down for 24 hours, and not a lot of people have had that happen except for you guys in the ice storm. I remember that ice storm in Texas that took everything down. But yeah, we're pretty fortunate that we have the internet. But gosh, man, when it goes down for 24 hours, it's just crazy. It's like a bummer. Okay, let me get into the other chat room, which is the main chat room. Remember this woman who, no, I can't play it. Okay, I'm not going to play anything related to the normal show. So, just trying to get my Firefox browser going here. Okay, I think that's what she uses. Yeah, we have to use different browsers to watch different shows, so hopefully it'll work. This is all about learning to use technology. Yep, there you are. Hey, Sarah. No, I don't keep anyone in a dungeon. Sarah is enjoying her space. I'm telling you, when you've been together with somebody for 22 years, it's kind of nice to give somebody that opportunity. And that's why I have a guest house. Tom, that's ridiculous. Comparing me to some weirdo? How dare you? Hey, let's talk about what we're going to have for dinner today. Yeah, this is kind of the important thing. I know. What to do. So today is going to be a beef stew day. So I already put $4 into it, but I've got a lot more into it. So the last upload was the artisan pork sliders. Yeah, beef stew. Wow. The old-fashioned solution to a big meal for everybody. And you can throw a lot of potatoes in these things. So I'm going to say $7 for 7. Yeah, you can feed 7 people for this. All right, it's done. It's written in cement. 7 for 7, everyone. Okay. Now, I don't have the DLive group going on right now. Let's get that DLive group going. Yeah, I don't want to stretch myself out too thin. Yeah, so there we go. Now, what I do is I reuse plastic. You probably know that there's a lot of plastic waste in the world. So when I got a bag of pink salmon fillets, I said, this is pretty durable plastic. So I'm going to use it for a marination process. I've taken this $4 package of meat, which I buy past due, and it's almost still frozen even. I'm going to put the meat right in this bag. Right there. Let me move this camera. There we go. All right. So that's in the bag now, and I'm going to put the rest of it in there. See that? All right, good. You can see my shirt that's been stitched together after the USPS attack. It's quite an experience. Yeah. Well, they sent me a shirt that I'd waited for months to get, and they ran it through the mangler. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to put a half an onion in there. So let's do that right now. Yeah, the shirt came to me mangled with a note saying, sorry. So I got my money back, but I said, God, I love this cotton. I love this shirt. I waited forever to get this shirt. There aren't that many of them out there. And it came to me all completely ripped apart. So I took my grandmother was a seamstress, and I have it in my blood. She sewed my father's graduation suit, if you can believe that. My grandmother did. Yeah, when he graduated from high school, his mother sewed his suit from hand sewed it, mind you, not with a machine. Hand sewed it for his graduation. Isn't that amazing? So I hand sewed this down here. I said, I can do this. It was just ripped to pieces. And I hate good cotton going to waste. When I was making TV production commercials, the art designer at one of the places I was working for wanted to do a backdrop a pure drab gray. And he had the production assistant go out, and that was me, and get 12 or 15 sheets, 100% cotton. And they were beautiful sheets. He insisted that they be cotton too. I said, wouldn't it be fine just to use a little nylon or polyester? No, it's got to be cotton. So let's put this the onions in there. So just kind of shovel those into the bag here. There we go. I'm not sure why the perspective is off on this, but whatever. Yeah, and anyway, he took a spray gun of latex paint and sprayed over all the sheets. Yeah. Wow. Okay, today we're going to use Shaka's sauce. So this is a zesty recipe, premium sauce and marinade. I got these for 25 cents because they were on sale at Discount House, but it looks good and it's been good and it's natural ingredients and I'm going for it. Yeah. Has soy as a source, some onions, but it's a really good spice mix. Okay, so just take that and before you do that, put a little paprika down. It's important to use paprika on the meat. So why not get that in there? Not too much, no more than a couple shots. Paprika is toxic at a certain point. And I'm gonna put garlic powder in there too. But I get this organic garlic powder at Walmart. $2.34, isn't that a good deal? Okay, just a couple shakes in there of garlic powder. And now splash some of this barbecue. And it could be any barbecue sauce. Let's see if I can get a light up on the drippage. Whoa, okay, see that? You got a good picture of that, right? Okay, now, kind of massage it in there. See that? Okay. Now these are not pink salmon fillets, these are pure beef, Northwest grown, healthy, tasty. Okay, we're not done yet. I'm going to take a little splash of apple cider vinegar. Now this is a coenzyme. You can't really see it from that angle. There you go. About 2 tablespoons. Now, by the way, you can take some of this vinegar and add apple juice to it, and it'll make vinegar for you. I think I pretty much spent that out there. Okay, give it a little bit more massage. Are you daft, Dave? I can't eat this stuff. Show it, boy. No, of course I... Don't be ridiculous. I'm just simply marinating the meat. All right, let's take this right over here and then get the air out of it. There we go. I just don't understand what the perspective is here. It's like, okay, is that right? Okay. All right, there we go. Get the air out of it, zip it up, and then just start pounding away at it. Zoom cam. Beat that meat. Okay, now we're going to get a little spray on the pan here in back. All right, there we go. Just put a little spray in the back on that pan if you get the perspective there, Dave. Thank you. Okay, no more than about a teaspoon of oil, you know. Of course, you want it hot, though, before you do that. I just did it for effect, so I'm going to turn it up now. You can put oil on it if it's not hot. It's not a big deal. Okay, there was a $3 variance to deal with here. Yeah, keep beating the meat. Flip it over. See all those marinating juices in there? See that? Check it out. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Now, normally you'd be doing this for like a full day period, but this is a super fast marinade. Wooden mallets are better than the metal ones because the metal ones actually. Are you laughing? Are you thinking this is a joke? I'm telling you, beat the meat. Be sure to put your pan at level 3. All right. Let's put this aside for now. We'll get to the meat a little bit later. Right, we're gonna go over here and prepare the beautiful breadboard. Is Jeffrey Epstein here? Or did he not make it today? Jeffrey, I thought you'd make it here. Oh, I feel like a 25-year-old. I don't know what the deal is. Well, I do know what the deal is, actually. Jeez. Age reduction therapy has been working great. Art. I'm spearheading a whole new way of living, and I've got a domain name I bought and everything. Yeah, it's called coolrock.com, and if you go there, you can have fun and it's free. Hey Jeff, how are you? You've been here since we started, David? Okay, Jeff, do you have any questions at this point that you'd like answered? We're trying to cater to the people that are living incognito to give you the first dabs at chat. No, I haven't, because the person that's hosting my site hosts it for free, Jeff. And the only thing proper for you to do is download a new browser, dude. What the hell? You got like 50 browsers and you can run them through VPNs. I mean, you don't have a problem using any browser to get to Cool Rock. All right? Hey, look, there are people in the ghetto that cannot get into Cool Rock, man. That HTTPS thing, that's all too much, you know. It's all too much, man. We have to appeal to the lowest common denominator, Jeff. You realize that? Okay, then. Okay, we're going to take the rest of the onion and cut that back in. Boy, look at that beautiful organic onion. Isn't that nice? Okay, today this beef stew will be a pan beef stew. Yeah, it's going to be cooking after the show, so I'm just going to keep it on a warm level, simmering. And I'm throwing all the ingredients in so you guys can see what it's all about. We're doing really great on time, by the way. I started right on the dot of 5 o'clock, so I was so thrilled to have an internet connection. You'll notice how I always keep my fingers rolled in, and always keep your eye on the knife. Okay, we're going to throw that onion on the oil. Yeah, don't take your eyes off the knife ever. Seriously. I saw Bobby Flay cut his finger one day in a Masters competition. I felt so sorry for him. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. What is he, a junkie? What are you, cocaine dealer? No, not Bobby. He's a pretty straight guy, right? Right. Yeah, I've never met Bobby Flay. My mom used to watch him. She loved Bobby Flay. She was like, oh, Bobby's on. Yeah, maintain fingers at all times. No, Jeff, it's not the money for the SSL certificate. It's the person who runs the show. You don't understand. I got a guy running the backbone of Cool Rock who's an incredible guy. He has offered this free space to me, and I took it. And you don't understand how I appreciate that. I'm not going to have him go out and get a $1.99 SSL certificate when this guy runs a system that's unhackable. I mean, come on. Jeez. Who needs an SSL certificate? It's all bullshit. You know it is. It's all part of the big reset. The HTTP sites work fine, okay? Oh, Chore Boy, you know that for sure? I didn't know that. Well, I'm not really here to denigrate anyone, including Bobby Flay. Yeah, there was that frugal gourmet. Remember him? And the pedophilia charges against the frugal gourmet. What was his name? Jeff something. Yeah, he was. He lived over not here, but over across the water from where we are. The frugal gourmet had this weird encounter with 14-year-old boy or something, and then his whole show went completely belly up. Luckily for him, I have all of his copies and archived footage. I have the largest library of cooking shows in the world. I don't need to brag, but I mean, I do, you know. I even have Julia Childs in the early days, yeah. Bon appetit! Today we're going to have a little bit of wine with our meal. I mean, really. Hey, I got a chance to see one of the best experiences in cooking that I've ever had. Is I got a chance to see. I should bake this green pepper. The next step. This was I purchased for 75 cents. So we're 75 cents of the $3 total here that we're working with. So remember, I got the beef for $4. But when I was back in Washington D.C. 2 years ago with Sarah, we had a wonderful opportunity to go to the Natural History Museum, and we saw Julia Child's kitchen. The actual kitchen was disassembled. Yeah, I think the CIA loaned it to a Natural History Museum. Well, she was a CIA agent, you know. Julia was. Julia Child, bon appetit. She was. She was quite a woman. So we got a chance to see it just as she left it. Her final show was filmed there. They took the whole kitchen and removed it. That's what the Smithsonian did. I'm like a white what? Yeah. How dare you, Jeff? Are you denigrating the Goyim? You know, I heard you're very racist against white people, Jeff. I heard that. And I would wish you'd be a little bit, show more equity toward white people, but not in the other kind of equity way. Like less equity for you and more equity for me. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. It's not a double wide, Rod. You're traveling through another dimension. Someone keeps spitting out Rod Serling statements. You're drifting into another world, not of your imagination, but one of his imagination. This is not a double wide, dude. Jeez. Oh my God. How dare you? How dare you? He died a quick and brutal death in 97 when a grand total of 8 men filed suit against him, kissing or raping them as teenagers. Are you serious? How was his death brutal? Exactly. Could you go into detail, Shore Boy? Hey, wait a second. Let's beat that meat some more. Hold on. Action cam. Zooming from kitchen to action cam. The more you beat the meat, the more tender it is. And by the way, marinade like this lowers cholesterol by 50%. Now, if you want to use meat tenderizer, you can, but that's more like soaking it overnight, you know? Now, you can take any meat and do this. Pork, chicken. This will probably be an ASMR Academy Award sequence. People just love the pound of that meat getting meat pounded, you know? I bet that you're having more fun than the glory hole, right? How dare you? Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, let's get that meat on the hot pan. Zooming, preparing camera. Whoa, hang on, we almost lost it. Remember we had that big loss last week, or 2 weeks ago before the internet went down. All right, so we're gonna take this whole meat package and just throw it right on the pan of hot onions. Mm-hmm. Whoa, we're gonna get a sizzle. All kind of a sizzle. Hey, turn that up to level 6. Let's get that sizzle going. All right. Now, you don't have to rinse the bag out and use the plastic waste that goes with it. Suffice to say, if any plastic waste is in that sauce, you could compost it, which I will do immediately. So I am doing exactly that. I'm going to put water in the bag. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy compost heap out of the bottom here. Compost. Compost. And then I'm going to go ahead and, thank you, lift the tap off this thing. Man, you don't exactly want to go traveling in downtown Portland lately, you notice that? Same with Seattle. I told Sarah, I don't think we're going to be making any trips to Seattle. She actually talked about doing a, excuse me, thank you. She actually talked about doing a seminar that teachers go to. And I said, seriously, I don't know how many teachers are going to go to a seminar. So, you know, these in-person things. So she's doing a lot of on-camera work. And no, I'm not going to use that again. That's going to garbage. But it won't smell this way. Okay? Along with the 30% off sticker. $5.84 minus 30%. That's a pretty good deal. I always go to the past due section for beef because of the simple fact that it's got the same amino acids as fresh beef. You know, and that's what you're going for, right? Well, I've got more stuff to do here. Okay. This is more of a preparation show, really. Okay, let's get that green pepper, and there's some celery that Sarah had brought to me from her classroom. It's like, okay. They come in sealed bags, but they're not really that, you know, great when they sit around for a couple of days. So I'm going to cut the end off of them and just chop them in there. Waste not, want not. Okay. Now you can put big chunks like that in a stew. You can't even see it. Hang on. Yeah, so chunks like this, that's decent. Yeah, that's the same with the green pepper too. You don't want to go too small with any of that. I've got some celery I want to kind of cull. I'm going to leave some of the sticks, but take the little ones out. You know, I've been doing a lot of research on celery stems, and I found out that stem celery is really a growing field. So I'm thinking of investing in a celery ranch, you know, just to start, you know, raising stem cells. All right. You know, I think Bill Gates' friend, Rick Allen, has kind of like something like that going on. You know, the guy that was arrested for those charges. Yeah, Rick Allen Jones. He works in stem celery, the stem cell industry. Maybe we should find out more about that. Okay, I got to speak in code now that things go on YouTube. So, and many of you will have to decipher the algorithm. Okay, now these can be, like I said, fairly big chops. And what I have is the remainder of my last Costco trip. And that was these carrots right here, and they're going in there too. So let me open this up right now and throw the carrots in there with the meat. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, you know, you can cook the heck out of this thing. I'm going to throw those celery in there too, right there. You can cook the heck out of this at level 6, so feel free to keep the temperature up high. We got a lot of peeling ahead of us. Okay. Now, typically a stew takes more than carrots, it takes potatoes. So I've got a couple of really wrinkly baked potatoes here, and I'm going to check the bag and see if there's any of the others here. Looking for wrinkly potatoes. Any more wrinkly potatoes in here? Hey guys. This is pretty good. Okay. People are starting to think that I'm a robot. You know, I think that's ridiculous. Just because I walk like a robot, it's an impersonation. All right. Okay, moving forward in time and space, we're going to peel the potato. Watch as I do this and keep my eye on the peeler. Yeah, see, I can still use these potatoes. I'm leveraging them against the breadboard because I don't really want to put my finger under these things. Because if you put your finger under these things, your finger can get, peeled off. I'm serious. You can lose a lot of skin cells. I've seen it done. Poor Bobby Flay. Yeah, you got to always look at that knife when you're cutting. So it's almost to the point where the potato is almost spongy, It's like, well, gosh, that's kind of wrinkly. And hey, it's still a potato and it's a non-GMO baker. So, I was really thrilled to find out that McDonald's grows non-GMO russet potatoes just for their French fries, and they only use a certain kind of potato. If they expanded their entire operation to all types of potatoes, they wouldn't have to use a variety of chemicals to keep it perfectly fresh and looking perfect. So that's one of the recommendations I'll be making to McDonald's, to go with kind of a mix where you get a little bit of varieties, so more producers can make money on the potato business, right? Makes sense, doesn't it? And less pesticides. But these are just recommendations that I would make to various companies. We talked about modifying Dow Chemicals' use of pesticides and herbicides. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we can start to move in the right direction, but the green New Deal, forget it. They're shutting down our gas lines. It's just crazy. This is the most insane time we've ever lived in America. I don't mind bringing on environmental solutions, but blaming everything on carbon? Seriously? Without any scientific proof at all? I'm sorry, but I cry foul on that one. When we know that weather modification goes on all the time. I just don't do alcohol. But yesterday I did pick up some, I got 12 cans of 100% organic beer lager. Yeah, you can look it up. It's called Purist, made by the New Belgium Brewing Company. It's the first organic beer I've ever seen that actually is USDA organic. There's lots of beer made in Germany that's perfectly legitimate and very clean and certainly could call itself organic, but is just not authorized by USDA. So, much like they don't accept our meat, we don't buy their stinking BS about the pesticides. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we can get on the same table if you want. It's really good. Yeah, look it up. It's called Purist, New Belgium, Genies. Yeah. Bitburger. I understand if you want to buy some really good meat, that yeah, the Wahlberg family is putting out some really good product. I'm telling you, a friend of, or I should say an ex-friend, because he hasn't called me in over 2 years now. An ex-friend of mine served me a Wahlburger when I went and visited him all the way across country, and made a personal effort to see him. Yeah, I even bought him an entire 6-pack of IPAs, as a gift, and he's like, he said to me, I don't normally use that. I wouldn't eat. I'll give that to somebody, other people. It's like, you don't take a gift from somebody and say, oh, I wouldn't normally drink it. Oh, it's not good enough for you? My God. Anyway, I haven't talked to him in a long time, but just seems to be that people that drink a lot of beer kind of lose track of their old friends, you know? The cuts here, you want to be really big like that. Yeah. I think alcohol takes precedent over friendship. That's what I've noticed. Yeah, just very basic stuff. Nothing has to be perfect in a stew, but you don't want to put any like blemishes in there. So I got a little blemish out of one of the potatoes. Okay. This meat is going to have to be salted beyond a little bit of the, you know, the whole thing of salt is how much is enough. Well, that shaka stuff is pretty salty. Let me take a look. Yeah, 390 milligrams per tablespoon. Oh, so I did like 3 tablespoons. So we're already at about 900 milligrams. Yeah. I'm just going to do a pinch of the sea salt from the Himalayas on the potatoes. All right. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay, we're going to give this thing a big, huge twist and we're going to push that meat around. Beautiful. Nice. Just kind of evenly distribute the stew beef. Mix it with whatever's in there. Okay, we're still at level 6. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and cut those green peppers in half. So they're kind of like this big. All right. Okay, everything's going in there, except the coffee. All right. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll put the green pepper all around. Okay. Kind of settle it in there, kind of push it in. And I put the potatoes down, face down, so they kind of cook completely from the heat. Because this is all you're going to do is you're going to sort of leave this pan on the stove and let it cook together. There we go. Okay, we're going to cover that up. And I'm going to top it off with the zucchini. So the green pepper, the onion, the carrots, and the zucchini I can do for $3. Yes. Because I buy really good deals. I get really good deals on vegetables. I get zucchini for 88 cents per pound. Isn't that amazing? No, it's not organic. No. No, sorry. What do you expect out of Mexico? All right, they're doing a great job, by the way, in Mexico. Oops, hang on. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut up nicely cut. We haven't really put any Italian seasoning in, and I'm going to put that in on the top and on top of the zucchini. So I'm having a problem getting this on camera still. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to take the Italian seasoning and give it a big splash, about a teaspoon. Okay. And some more garlic powder. Okay. And then top it off with the zucchini face down, like put it all the way around, kind of make a cover it. Yeah, and you can do a little bit more seasoning in there. I'm going to throw some basil on top. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of oil on top. All right. Cover it up and put it on simmer all the way down. All right, you're done. Congratulations, you just made a wonderful meal. And that will be done approximately 45 minutes later. This is awesome. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong, really. I mean, I think you've established all your food groups. You've got, I'll do a smell test in the bag to see if I'm going to dry it out and use it again. I'm going to dry it out and use it again. All right. I'm back. I met a guy in 1976 or 77, 78 actually, who was a crocodile wrestler, an alligator wrestler, and he was a street mime, and he did robots like no other. I mean, I've never seen anybody do a robot like this guy did. Oh man, he was incredible. And he did this thing where he would stand in one space. Many of you may have seen him. He was in Westwood, California during the 70s, late 70s. Yeah, he was an amazing guy. I met a couple of street musicians and street performers back in West LA during that time period. You know, I actually got to know them pretty well. And he had been an alligator wrestler, for real. He wrestled alligators for an exhibition. And he had like nerves of steel, you know? So he decided to do this street mime thing to get money, I guess, back in the early 80s, late 70s. And yeah, get my paper towel here. Yeah, and it turned out that there's no moral to the story. It's just that it's a tough life, but he had this amazing ability of replicating a robot. And he did it with perfection. I wish I could be as good as he was at replicating a robot. That adds credibility. All right, let's do this. We're about ready to launch into another dimension. I'm going to get my coffee for the show. Yeah, 45 minutes on simmer. Just let it sit there. Yeah. You can see my garden when it's finished. I'm still working on my garden in koi pond. Yeah. I'm going for a Tahiti look, I think. A Tahitian rock koi pond. Right now, I'm not quite happy with the Western Washington look, so. I'm gonna get a little more milk here. All right. Then I'm gonna put that in the microwave. Now, if you saw my video about microwave radiation, electromagnetic field radiation, it's one of the videos in our series of David's Kitchen. You can check it out. But it's best to stand like 5 or 8 feet away when you hit the button and then walk away right away. So that's highly recommended. You can't, they actually did an EKG of people standing next to microwaves, and it does alter the EKG. No, nobody lives back here. I've got thermographic scanners that can see anyone for miles. Okay, I'm going to check out in the other room. Thanks for coming in, Jeff. Who is they? What do you mean? What are you, paranoid, Jeff? You think somebody thinks you're alive or something? Nope, I didn't get the camera from Fingerhut, Mad Dog. And by the way, Mad Dog, have you done the magnet test where you put a magnet on your arm? You should check it out. Yeah, you'll know if you got the real jab. Yeah. We'll talk about it in the show when I get in there. Hey, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming into David's Kitchen. It's been fun. Yeah, like I even let that sit on an hour for an hour. It just gets better over time. It could be an hour and a half on simmer. You could just, you know, be entertaining and it'd still be a stew for 7 people. See ya.